The
That's
Inhumans
weird.
out safely. We can take it from there.
Understood, Dr. Pym. Searching the area.
Now I'm live. I don't know what the hell's going on. Let me refresh that and see what happens. I am so confused right now.
Captive Inhumans.
Let's see what's going on here. A little bit confused because it's saying that my thing has a timer on it. And I'm just really baffled. I don't even know if my live stream is working, to be honest. The timer at the bottom is just so messed up. It's not making like any sense. But anyhow, just like it says, short stream. I do have a headache. I didn't sleep that good last night. My dog kept waking me up. He's getting really old and stuff, so there's actually a thing where your dogs at night, they can start acting a little bit weird. Yeah, it's just, it's weird. It's the whole, like, on my end, the timer. There's just something that doesn't make sense. It's telling me that I've been streaming longer than what I'm actually have been streaming. And it's telling me that my stream's only going to be like an hour, like there's an actual set limit to it. Hello, Ian. How's it going? But yeah. Christopher Foos. Are you new to the live stream? Did you randomly find me on YouTube, or were you subscribed to my channel? I always get curious when I don't seem to remember certain names. Not that I have a lot of people in my live streams, but I do get enough different people, though, that it's sometimes hard to keep track of everyone. I watched your server update the other day. Oh, nice, thank you. Okay, yeah, so you were subscribed, yeah. Because a couple of people find me through the YouTube live streams. And whereas on Twitch, I know I've complained about this a lot, nobody on Twitch ever finds me. So my Twitch channel, which is essentially where I want to be, like in the long term, I've been on Twitch for almost 2 months and I haven't found a single person on Twitch, or rather in 2 months no one has found me on Twitch that didn't already know who I was. So it's a little bit discouraging, naturally. Yeah, so like I said, this is probably going to be a short stream, just like in the title. I just kind of wanted to just see what happens, because I mean, I do enjoy doing these. But if I notice that my headache is getting a little bit too much, naturally, I'm probably going to pull the plug. But for now, there was a new update. I know a lot of people are, you know, interested with this game. I've been very aggressive with this game. Wow, look at all the loot. And there's been kind of something interesting going on as well with this game that I just noticed today that wasn't around before because I didn't do this other thing. Yeah, go ahead. I might just be a second there, like I said. My head is kind of bugging me. 47. Yeah, okay, so we're slowly going up. So I'll tell you what was going on. Your gear, you can improve it. Only so many levels. So a purple, you can do it 10 times. A blue, you can do it 5 times. And you can increase, every time you increase it, goes up 1 point. So you can see my power level, my average is 47. Okay. Now if I increased everything, go ahead and ask your question. If I went ahead and increased everything, it'd probably bring me up to almost 8 points. So maybe like around 55 or something like that. But the gear that you're going to get won't be 55. So every time you get gear, 90% of the time, I want to say, your gear is going to be about the same or a little bit higher by a couple points so that you're slowly creeping up the ladder. Well, because I went all the way up from 47 to like 55 because I just, like I said, increased all my armor, and I was at 55, I wasn't getting gear that was above 49 or 50, which is on par to what you normally would get when you're at 47. You'll get gear maybe just a couple of points higher. So though the game recognized my power level, you see what I'm saying? The loot wasn't understanding. The loot was dropping based on my power level pre-boosting it, if that makes any sense. So I had to go and delete all my higher level gear that was around power level 55 and go back down to 50, 48, and 49. So that was a very unique thing that I thought was very intriguing. I have the last mission. If I do that mission, do I finish the game? How do you know it's the last mission? Does it tell you? Oh, it tells you it's the last mission. Yeah, after that, you'll do a bunch of post stuff. There'll be like a bunch of post, you know, campaign stuff to do, some missions to repeat, daily challenges and whatnot. I've been done the game since like pretty much the first or second day, and as you could tell, I'm still heavily grinding out this game. There are some things that bother me a little bit about the game, kind of like anything else. But it is what it is. You can kind of tell it was designed for a 4-player co-op experience, but I absolutely commend them for that's the word, for allowing us to play it single player. Really? I don't recall dying. I was gonna say I didn't die 3 times. So number 1, too many turrets. Some real bullshit. And it's a little annoying having to level multiple characters and gear them up. Otherwise, like what's happening to my Iron Man, I don't like Iron Man, no offense. I like him as a character. I like Robert Downey Jr. I don't like the character in the game. I prefer Thor, Incredible Hulk, Captain America of all things. Iron Man's just, no offense, my least favorite. There's nothing wrong with that. But I have to level him, because if I don't, I can only 3-man the missions instead of 4. And I don't want to tell you how difficult that is. So I'm forced to grind him, get some gear. No problem. What is the recommended level for the Avengers Initiative missions? Hello, Haruki. Sorry, I know I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself. I didn't sleep well last night, and I don't feel the best, so like I said, the stream could end up being short. But I really enjoy doing that's why I sound... I kind of sound like that. I'm not... Oh my god! Whoa. There's not as much pizzazz in my voice. It's because it hurts my head to do that, so I'm a little bit more mellow.
You're safe now.
That's the thing, there is no set level. It's all about the power level. So when you choose your mission, so long as you're not doing anything crazy like 5 power levels above what your main character is that you're going to play as, your actual level doesn't matter. All your level does is gives you skill points. So naturally, what's going to end up happening is as you're playing the game and you've got skill points like I do here, I guess I might as well dump some points here just to say that I have them. I mean, in theory, it'll make you a little bit stronger, obviously. Yeah, we'll just go and max that out. Sorry, just give me a second here. Which one is this? That's the beam. I hate that skill. That one's kind of cool. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, so as long as you've got, you know, I don't know. I want to say level 20 is a magic number, because then at that point, you get to unlock your second artifact, and that can kind of help a little bit. But yeah, I don't know if that really answers your question. But, like, I'm level 27, and I'm power 47. But my Captain America's only level 22, but he's like 58 power. And that's more important. But at the same time, it's not, because the game scales with you anyways. So, yeah, more or less it doesn't really matter. Where it matters is some missions are gated behind you having to have a minimum of a power level in order to even attempt it, which is the issue I'm having right now. I right now don't have the power level to have a 4-man team in my game. So I'm stuck doing this. This is the part, this is the monotonous part of the game that I'm going to complain about and say I don't like, because I feel forced, because I am, to play as a character that, with all due respect, I don't want to play as. I want to play as Thor. I want to play as Hulk as my main 2, and once in a while for a little bit of a switch up. I want to play as Captain America. I don't want to play as Iron Man. This is where the co-op is starting to show.
The cells are all open. Nice work.
Because in a perfect setting, you actually would only be playing one character. You're technically not expected to play multiple characters, but if you want to play by yourself, you're going to have to play 4 characters instead of 1. My guys aren't leveling up behind me. The game is completely scaled right now. The game, the loot, the XP, it's him. It's your playable character. The loot is just for him. Everybody else, they're just the 3rd and 4th wheel in the party. They're not getting nothing. They're not getting loot. They're not getting shared XP. To me, they should be. Even if it's like 50%, they should be getting something. Like, to me, it's kind of important to have that, or even have it so that you can turn it off. It's all about options. The more options you have, the more people you're going to cater to, and the more people you're going to make happy. Oh, that'll make it OP, so then don't use the feature. This isn't a competitive multiplayer game like Call of Duty. There's no leaderboards and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? So that shouldn't matter for that argument. It's like, if you find something too easy mode, great, don't use it. It's as simple as that. But now I'm having to spend my time, my precious time, playing a character that, with all due respect, I don't feel like playing. But I can't beat the post-campaign if I don't. And that's really annoying. It's a massive grind, but I guess it's better that than playing some games that you're done within 6 hours and you never touch again. Gives you a reason to want to come back, and all the different outfits, and again the multiplayer, which I haven't done yet. Whoops. Because the matchmaking is broken. I still haven't received my credits. Great game. It's my longest concurrent streamed game ever. But that does not mean that I'm blind. I'm not a blind fanboy. I can shit on this game where it deserves to be shat on. Yeah, I think I just unlocked them, to be perfectly honest with you. And especially today, like I said, I'm not really all like... My headache isn't all that bad, it's just that it's uncomfortable. It's not a migraine, or I wouldn't be on stream if it was a migraine. To be honest with you, this is the guy I've played the least. I don't even think I even have rockets. With rockets equipped, I'm not gonna lie. How do I even fucking equip them to begin with? Switch to rockets with L and this and yeah, see, I just don't... I don't know much about him because, like I said, I don't play him. It's kind of hard to know something if you don't play it. But I'll go ahead and, you know what I mean? There we go. Oh, that thing at the top. Yeah, I told you, man. I'm not gonna lie. What does that change? Does that change, like, my L1, R1 skills? Is that what that does? You know, like when you do the thing here? No, not that. Your specialty. No. Does that change my L1 and R1? Oh, it does. Because I can't stand... Well, wait, let's do it there. Oh no, my R1 is the same at the bottom. I am so confused. And when you're on like 5 hours of sleep and your dog keeps waking you up every 20 minutes because he's got fucking dementia, yeah, not a good time. Oh, it changes that. Ah. Okay. That's a game changer. I mainly use triangle for long range because it's auto-target. Well, thanks for that. Hey, like I said, I don't claim to know everything. I never said I was an expert, you know what I mean? Some people will be like, bro, man, how'd you not know that? You fucking noob. And I'll be like, okay, and? Right? I don't feel insulted. Wow, okay. Because he was a weak little bitch, I'm not gonna lie. Now I feel like motherfucker's laying it down. Dropping them hoes left, right, and center. Holy shit. It's like a completely different character. Because he was a weak little shit, man. I'm not kidding. You just pew, 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 pew. He was like the weakest of the bunch. And I was like, what's going on? Whoops. But, yeah. Man, look at that. Just blew past his shield. Didn't even have to aim at that guy. Wow. Watch me go. Hi guys, so welcome to the channel. So after 150 hours of Marvel Avengers, you may not know, but you know your D-pad, you know those little icons underneath your rage? Yeah, so you can change that. The hell is that? Oh, there. Oh, there's that shield thing. Oh, that's cool. Wow, I like Iron Man a lot more now. Boom! He's like, hey, bitch. Wow. It's like not even the same character. It's like Iron Man on crack. Look at that. Boom! Holy fuck! I'm starting to feel rejuvenated in real life now. Yeah, he kind of sucked for me until I had tried to run. Well, yeah, he sucked the big wet bag. That made absolutely no sense, but I didn't want to use the other word I was going to go to because I have to tone it down on their profanity. Not for moral reasons, but because I do want my videos predominantly to be monetized. That wouldn't be a good look if half my videos are always demonetized because I can't control my profane language. Just boom! Look at that. He's just... What was it on before? Let's try a different one. Oh, wow. Okay. That's kind of cool, too. But yeah, I'm all about those rockets. Yeah, you want to shoot rockets? Look at that. I don't even have to look. You're in my sights. Oh, we're out of rockets. Boom! Holy shit balls. Well, that's a game changer. Hold triangle on the laser, yeah. 100 hours. Talk about it. Let's have a good laugh. 100 hours. More than 100 hours, probably 120. Who's counting? And I just learned, oh yeah, by the way, you know your D-pad? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because he was pissing me off.
Your objective is ahead.
And then that laser, the R1, when you're on the repulsor, and you zoom in and you shoot, it's like so slow. And so like if a guy, well, let me just do it. Let's say that's the guy you want to shoot, but he moves out of the way, so you're here. Look how slow that is. And then how short of a duration it is. Half the time I go to shoot someone with that, it doesn't even hit them because they moved out of the way.
Please go to the location I've marked.
Eric Salso. Glad to see you live again. Yeah, well, that's good, because not too many people are... or there'd be more people. But, again, just to recap, this is a minute-by-minute stream, which is why I put short stream. I don't want to keep, like, repeating myself, but in case you just joined the stream, I feel like a bag of shit. plain and simple. Didn't sleep well. Boo-hoo me. So I could be like, okay, I'm leaving, you know, sort of thing. But I really enjoy.
There's a chest with gear close by.
Bam! Look at you. I punch your fucking face. Oh, you want some of this? Boom! Holy
Interact
shit.
with the object ahead of you.
Boom. Oh, you're lucky. Whoa, we'll pretend that didn't happen. Thank you. Yeah, I probably can. But yeah, you know, it's like I said before. Like, I feel like crap, and I was like, didn't really feel like doing much, but I don't know, it's weird. I kind of enjoy, even if I don't feel the best, to kind of chat and just sort of like hang out. And, you know, for the very few people that watch me, they kind of know a little bit what to expect of me. They'll know that I might switch games a couple times and ramble on and on about absolutely nothing. You know? But I really enjoy doing that, so I figured, what the heck?
Your objective is ahead.
Because it's more turning my YouTube channel into what it's been the whole time. Right? Like doing game updates, the odd review here and there. And for Let's Plays and random gameplay, those are the ones that do the absolute worst on my channel. The hell? Oh, it went back to rocket. I don't want rockets. But my live streams get decent amount of views. Decent compared to what a Let's Play would get. Remember, if I played this game as an upload, I would get like 10 or 15 views. I'm already at almost 30 views on my channel. On my stream. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I gotta focus a bit more here. Legendary dropped. Yeah, so rockets, you know. Press triangle while dodging backwards to fire a pair. Oh, yeah. That won't work for me. Hello, Wildcat. How wild are you? Red rocket. Okay, so if they're so boring, why are you in here? Apparently you're the expert on my streams. I love these people that come in. You're boring, you're annoying, blah, blah, blah. But they keep coming in. They keep flocking in. You know what I mean? Yeah, multiplayer looks like a lot of fun. I'll have to definitely try that sometime. Yeah, huge difference there with that range attack. Alright, let me just pause this really quick. We'll just go ahead and get rid of the dingleberry shit stain. Yes, you can. Yeah. Hi, it's that Chronicle guy. I changed my name. Damn it. A lot of people do that. Yeah, so that was kind of funny, eh? Oh, you're so boring. Okay. So, why are you in here? Oh, the fire hurts really bad, but I'm keeping my hand on the stove. I don't know, I don't get it. People are interesting. But their roasts are so generic, you know what I mean? All that recycled crap. I like when trolls come in and they can actually throw a good jab. Alright, let me try and focus a little bit more here, because I am dying a lot. Mind you, I'm also playing Iron Man. He is a lot better now with the rockets, but... nasty little... Those turrets are terrible. Yeah, I watch it a little bit. Right now I'm more... I don't know what the hell that was.
You're done.
I gotta watch my... Whoops. What the hell is that? Oh, that's still my R1. Yeah. I hate that move. It always misses. There we go. Wow, it just blows them the fuck up. Holy shit, see him stumble? That's insane. Boom. One of the biggest problems I had with this guy was getting people with a shield. Not anymore. Yeah, sorry, I kind of have to ignore the chat a little bit. See that? Yeah, I'm dead. Little bit of health, not much. And I'm dead. Wow. I think that's the first one. I think it's 2 or 3 times you can die.
My gratitude is yours.
Alright. Yeah, start punching instead of... yeah. Those enemies are just, I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. Hulkbuster, yeah. Do I play Star Wars? You mean the Star Wars Battlefront or Star Wars Fallen Jedi? I used to play them. I like the concept of the game. I absolutely did not like... I didn't like Fallen Jedi at all. Like, I played it for 2 or 3 days and... I was done. Not a bad game, just not for me.
Interact with the object ahead of you.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I liked the gameplay. I didn't like the puzzle. Every goddamn map that I played on, it would take me like a long time to figure out how to get somewhere, right? Because it's very puzzly with a lot of verticality and doors and shit. When you were done the mission... you had to fucking go all the way back out again. Well, if it took me an hour to figure out how to go in, how long do you think it took me to figure out how to get out? And now it's backwards. Right? It's not like there's exactly like a line on the ground that goes, hey, psst, come over here. Right? Had that game had it so that once you were done the mission, all the enemies were dead. There was no reason for you to be in there. If you could have like hit a button and like recalled yourself or teleported back to the ship... you know what I'm saying? That, to me, would have absolutely quickened the pace of the game, and I would have enjoyed it a lot more. It was one thing for the challenge, or the puzzle, to get into the mission objective, but now you want me to find my way out? No. Couldn't do it. I'm just being honest. Could not do it. I got too frustrated. And this is coming from a guy who was able to figure out how to do the dungeons in Zelda Breath of the Wild without looking it up on YouTube. So I'm not completely brain dead. But I found Star Wars Jedi because of that frustrating. But apart from that, oh, it's a great game. It is a game filler. In my humble opinion, it absolutely is. Absolutely is. My favorite Avenger in the game. Well, I got a newly formed opinion on Iron Man, I'll tell you that shit, boy. It's gotta be Thor or just Hulk, and I know it sounds... Okay, I gotta stop punching my guys. This is what happens when I get distracted. Go ahead and have a good laugh there. I'm like, why am I not hitting him? It helps if you attack the enemy. So I toggle between Thor and Incredible Hulk, sir. And I really do enjoy Captain America. I'm having a hard time explaining while I'm playing, but I'll try to stop pausing the game. Whoops. What's really nice about Captain America is you can really be cheap. If there's like a lot of enemies and you're getting overwhelmed with Captain America, what's really cool is you can just keep like jumping and you can hit the triangle button and you'll sort of like do like a dive, like an eagle dive, and it's like an AoE attack. And you can really prevent yourself from losing a lot of damage because of that. Yeah, that's what it is. It doesn't change these skills, which I don't like that much. Yeah. I just don't fully like the control of them, but because of that stupid rocket thing that I didn't know about. Whoops. It's made me like him a lot more. So that's huge. I just find him a little bit awkward. So we've got Thor that can hover, right? Thor can fly. And when I play as Thor, it's kind of really weird. I don't know how to explain this because I'm not good at explaining shit. Thor is OP because he's got spammable AoE things that just like... Oh man, he's just insane. Which kind of is fitting in a realism fantasy world of Marvel because technically speaking, Thor could probably wipe the floor with the entire Avengers group. Like, if Thor went rogue, that's it. That'd be the end of it. He's insane. But in terms of mobility, when you're running around, when you're jumping... See, if I want to, like, land on the ground, you double tap, you hit the ground. I don't know, it's just really weird. Or if I jump and punch... See how he went to the ground? I find that happens a lot, and not so much with Thor. No, I'm live streaming right now. But I don't think I'll be that long. I just find there's a lot of times where I go to jump, like I said, or hover, and I go to punch someone, and instead of punching, for some reason, he does that instead. And when I'm on Thor, I don't find that happens as much for a hovering, flying character. So there's just some, like, little mobility things that I'm not too keen on Iron Man with. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he's better. I don't even know why those propulsive things are even in here. They don't do much at all. They're so weak. It's unbelievable. Already done 33 minutes. Yeah, I'll kind of see. Like I said, I'm
a group of Inhumans for experimentation.
Doing it minute by minute there, but
Enemy spotted.
I have been wanting to play Crusader Kings 3, but because of my headache, I don't think I want to play a game like that. It's relaxing, but it requires a little bit too much thinking.
You're done.
But yeah, Captain America, if you're curious, Captain America was the character I was anticipating to dislike the most. And that ended up being far from the truth. Whoops. But yeah, at some point, when I'm feeling better, if I don't feel like crap and I have the time while I'm live streaming, it would be interesting just to kind of try the co-op someday, just to say that I tried it. The one with the rubber arms and legs. She's interesting, but I'm kind of like a weird gamer. I love when you can have the option of playing both a girl and a boy in a game. But if I can play as a guy, I much prefer that, because it's like that whole geeky, you envision yourself in the role of the character that you are, and I can't envision myself being a girl. And I know that sounds really weird to some people. Some people get it, some people don't. Some people take it the wrong way and think that I don't like that there's girl characters in the game. I'm like, that has nothing to do with it. I'm glad that they're both in there because of the diversity. But I would just rather be a guy, so the moment I didn't have to play as her anymore, I never went and played her again. But even her skills, to be honest, even if it was a guy, to be honest, I probably would never play Kamala. Oh, yeah, there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. I know some friends of mine that can only play female characters if they can, for completely different reasons, right? So, but that's what I'm talking about. It's all about options. The more options you give people, the more you satisfy your people, right? Everyone's happy if you have multiple options. Hey, Felix. Not that great, actually. I have a headache. I'm tired. You can kind of see it a little bit. But I am having fun. And I've already been streaming for almost 40 minutes. So I'm just kind of, taking it minute by minute there. I don't know, like I said, how much longer I'll be streaming for. Because I do have very limited time. And I'll probably want to end up wanting to take a small nap at some point.
The associated cell, but hurry.
Even if it's just like a half hour. Wow. Not gonna lie. It's like not even the same person anymore. It really isn't. Wow. You think? Boom! What I like about Iron Man now is he's a very capable hybrid melee ranged kind of guy. Like, his ranged is a lot better than Thor's and Hulk's and... No, it's not migraine level. But it's still annoying. It's a very manageable headache, but throwing that on top of being extremely tired and worn out. Whoops, it's just an overall not so much of a pleasant feeling. Oh, okay, calm down. There we go.
Cell security terminated. Hurry before it re-engages.
But yeah, it is pretty wild what he can do. The thing about Thor's range attack, even if you missed the Thunderbolt. Yeah. Yeah, I just mean for like a hybrid there. Hey, Stotts. How's it going? Whoops. Boom. Yeah, it's just so much more fun. So what's happening now is because of what I learned today. Boom, just... Oh, no problem. We'll punch him. Move out of the way. Bang! Unreal. Thor is... Iron Man's actually pretty strong. Once he's properly... whatever you want to call it. Yeah? Catch this. Hey, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. For the people that have been from the beginning, they're gonna feel like that's all I've been saying. I'm trying to enjoy my time. I got a bit of a headache. I'll, probably be around, like I said, for whatever there. I was really... I was really trying to figure out what was going on with the game here. I was having problems leveling up the gear of my Iron Man. It's actually quite a unique situation. I don't know when I explained it earlier if anybody else heard what I said. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll do a quick recap.
Security on a cell is down. You can destroy it.
Yeah, so really quick. When you play the game, you're going to get gear based on your power level. So if you're like about power level 47, you're not just going to get a level 100 piece. It's going to slowly scale up. As you could tell here, you can level up a legendary or an epic 10 times. So I can make both of these pieces a level 60 using the available resources that I have. This one's a blue, so I can go up 5 points. Legendary, again, 10 points. So let's say I'm at 47, and I can bring myself all the way up to about 60. The average gear that drops will not be 60, even though that is my average power level. It'll actually be based on what my power level was before I actually upgraded my gear, which to me is a glitch. So I played for a couple of hours earlier. I did like 4 or 5 missions. I rebooted the game. I wasn't having none of it. So I had to delete all my upgraded gear, refarm cheaper gear that wasn't upgraded, and now I'm able to catch up. It could be. I don't know enough about the voice. Oh man, my chair's uncomfortable. Alright. This is a long-ass mission, by the way. Wow.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, I don't know their names. Bang.
Why did you choose the wrong side? The cell has been destroyed.
Help me, Avengers!
Alright, let me try and make this quick. Because I'm a hacker. That's right. Check it out. Bling bling, 65,535 DNA, 999, almost 999999999, because that's just how I roll. And I'm on PS4. I'm not even on the computer. How did I do that? Hello, Dryvids. Are we feeling better today? It's easy when a lot of the same people do. Yeah.
Cell destroyed.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Someone keeping score here? 'Cause I gotta be winning.
Yeah, it does sound a little bit like Deadpool. I mean, I haven't heard his voice in a while, but... Bang, look at that range. That's just dirty. Just like, wow. Oh. Wow. Yeah. Well, that's good.
Security down. The cell is vulnerable.
You're feeling a bit better. I'm feeling worse. Just the way it is.
The Inhumans have all been freed. Sending
There
them
we go.
coordinates for evacuation.
Level 30.
Nice work. Everyone's safe at the anthill thanks to you.
Oh, I got a
Making
nameplate.
progress, but we'll keep looking
Like, that's
until
exciting.
we've rescued every last Inhuman Ames holding.
But you see that and all that, I still got no gear that was higher. I've just been finding ever since I've been, I don't know. Trying to increase my power level in this guy. It just hasn't been all that great. At all. See, if I look, 47, level 30. Yeah, see? He's only one level behind, and look at how much further ahead Hulk is. 69, 56. He's even well ahead of him, and he's only level 22. But again, his power is just so damn weak. I don't know, it's just been really weird. I've just been having a hard time, for whatever unknown reason to me, increasing his power level. Yeah. Now, the one speculation I have is there was a hotfix today. There was a hotfix today. And I have a weird feeling behind the scenes, excuse me. I have a feeling they nerfed something. So, Out of the Shadows, which is the first Shield faction mission you do, I'm going to do this one again to see if I'm correct. And then after this, yeah, it's almost been an hour, actually. I might actually take a bit of a break, to be honest, after, because I am starting to...
Okay, Commander.
to feel it a little bit more. My headache is starting to get a little bit worse. I think this is where, like, laying down and with a cloth might help. Oh, probably not for a while. It's really hard to say.
With your help, we can take over that base and reclaim everything.
Because I'm, like I said, I'm pretty busy in general during the weekday. If I feel better later, like at my usual, at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, I would be back. But that whole, like, in between, where I sometimes have a little bit of time, I might just use it to relax, to be honest.
You'll be the first wave. My agents will follow and secure the base as you make your way through.
Because, like, this past, what, month and a half, almost 2 months on YouTube, I've just been, like, live streaming 5, 6, 7 hours a day. And it's draining. Like, it's fun, but it's still draining in a way, if that makes any sense. It's different, no offense, when I can just play a game by myself and not stream. I did it a little bit earlier, and it was like...
Their alarm system will bring everyone running.
I almost forgot what it was like.
Ready, awaiting your signal.
There is an elite AIM unit near you. Defeat them.
But yeah, so what I'm doing here is the
Something
same
useful.
boring thing that I normally do. But the reason I'm doing this... Where's the guy? Where's the elite guy? Oh, there he is. Get over here. Whoops. Oh, blocked. Alright, so the drops are still there. Yeah, but I'm trying to showcase something because I've been struggling. See that? You see what just happened there? I just got an epic, but it's actually weaker by 2 than what I already had. Normally it would have been the other way around. I don't think before today's update I ever got a piece of gear from him that was lower. It was always higher, so I could just keep grinding and grinding and grinding. So you're still getting the gear, but it's weaker. So that's absolutely changed. That's like... Well, that makes it harder now. Well, I mean, the standard would have been fine. I bought the Ultimate Edition, or whatever it's called. There's no Season Pass. I didn't even get my goddamn credits. You get a little bit of outfits. It's the Ultimate Edition's a ripoff. The standard $80 price tag Canadian for a AAA game. I mean, I still think all games are overpriced, to be honest with you. But I would say more so for... Yeah, see, I don't even know... I don't even know now how I'm gonna level up my characters. This is where I'm kind of pissed off now. And there was a thing I told you where I went and power leveled all my guys' armor 10 points each. I'm 47, I could probably make them like a 57 or 55. But the gear that drops is weaker. That's not good. I need my gear to start becoming slowly, incrementally higher, not weaker. So that's really gonna slow things down a lot. Today's update really screwed things up. The drop rate is the same, but you're dropping me crappy gear. Reduce the drop rate if you want, but don't reduce the power level of the items. I'm trying to get stronger, not weaker. Right? Like I said, today, since the patch, is the first time I grind off that guy, and I get something weaker.
Let's hope they didn't scrap it all.
That's just... Well, actually, even reviews are crap, because reviews a lot of times don't include the day one. This is where I come in. I'm not good at reviewing games, but I'm good at telling you what I'm experiencing, what I'm noticing from day to day. You know, like, hey guys, whatever. In Madden football, I wouldn't even know how to review a game like that. But I can share with you that it runs 10,000 times better since the last 2 updates, right? Those are things that I can let people know. People that review the game are like, oh, this game runs like trash on console. Right, did it even have the day 1 update? No. I got an early review copy. Yeah, that copy's garbage. Straight up. His reviews are almost void. They're just there to give you the gist of it. But in terms of performance and features and all that kind of stuff, they're not on point at all. They can't be. Because people are reviewing them before the games are even updated. Sometimes you've got things like a day 1 update that makes the game playable offline. That's not going to be a part of the review. That's huge. That's a huge piece of information to share with people. But video game reviewers don't re-review their games. That's why I cover game updates, because nobody else does that shit. Yeah, and then I just buy the games even if they're crap, because I want to showcase them. But I mean, I played the beta, and quite honestly, I really enjoyed the beta. And if you've been around my streams for the past week since the game came out, you'll notice what game I predominantly play. It's definitely not because I'm sponsored by frickin' whoever made this game, I don't even know. I forget who made it. Square Enix or something, or they published it. Cryonic something is who developed it, I think. I don't know. I just know that I'm playing the game and I like it. Hey Tom, how's it going? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time with that. Trying to see just real quick if I can find where the switch is. Oh, there it is. Sometimes it's just as simple as this. I'm good, but I'm not a slime. How are you doing? My ooze. See what I did there? 39, 41. Okay, so that... Wow, I got an item higher than mine. Yay, it's possible to get gear higher. I think that's what they did. I think they balanced the loot out. I think they made it so sometimes you'll get some slightly weaker gear, sometimes you'll get some gear the same, sometimes you'll get some gear a little bit better. I think they're trying to... This is just pure speculation, and it wasn't a part of the patch notes, but it's absolutely noticeable. I think they want people to slow down on how fast they're leveling up in terms of their power level, their gear. Well, I'm not worried about the good gear. I don't care about... You know there's no power difference between a legendary and a green, right? The only difference is how many gear perks are on there. See? Like this gold has three perks, but if you don't unlock those perks, you don't get those extra perks, right? Yeah, so even greens, like just the power level, to me should always be like, even if it's just 1. Every time I get a piece of loot, fine, maybe don't shoot it up by 4 or 5. But just 1? Just kind of give me like a sense of hope. You know what I mean? And the thing that I just said too. If I upgrade all my gear and I bring myself from 48 to 58, the game is going to give me gear based on what my power level was before I upgraded my gear. So if I'm level 58, why am I getting level 48 gear? That's absolute shit. So don't go from it was too easy to gear to it's almost impossible to gear. I've spent a good 2-3 hours today playing this game and I've barely gone up about 4 or 5 power level points. Like, that's absolute insanity. I must have gotten at least 20 pieces of loot, and maybe only a couple of them gave me an increase. That's pretty, weird. It's pretty frustrating. Because, like I said... I don't know how to explain this, but I'll try. Remember how I said earlier, if you were in the stream, that this game is based on your playable character's power level? So right now all the enemies are scaled to him. So my Thor that's like power level 70, he's not power level 70. He's scaled to the level, if that makes any sense. Well, it's too bad that your guys that come with you don't get passive XP a little bit, like even 25% XP, anything.
Everyone's in place.
You can't level up your alts or get gear for them unless you're actually physically playing them.
Approaching security checkpoint now.
Take him out.
Which I have to admit would speed things up a lot. Because now I'm at a crossroads, like I said, right? I can't finish my campaign to post-campaign because I don't have adequate gear on my Iron Man. Whoops. See what I mean? That mobility issue that I had there, I don't get that with Thor when I fly around. Another epic. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That used to be the average. Right there. About 2 points, because trust me, 2 points is not much. I'm at 48. I'm still at 48. It's just the one piece that went up by a couple of points, right? I'd have to do that on all the pieces in order to obviously average up to 50. So that seems more on par. So it's absolutely been slowed down. There's no doubt about it in my mind.
There is a chest with special resources close to your location.
Oops. Oh, he disappeared. Oh.
Well done. Our agents can take it from here.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna
Go on ahead. See if you can locate our stolen supplies.
definitely take a break after this. I'm surprised I even
Checkpoint A
lasted an
lockdown,
hour, to
Commander.
be honest with
All
you.
units, move in. Approaching position.
No, he was around for a bit.
Security up ahead.
Then that's where you head first. Never thought
I
I'd
told
say
him straight up, I used to think he was a troll. But he's come in often. He's an interesting character for sure. He's said a lot of like goofy, silly things that I'm like, I don't know if that's happening. But he's never said anything hateful or derogatory. I've never even heard of someone call somebody else a slime. I don't even know what that is, to be honest.
Better hurry. They've likely called in reinforcements.
But it's likely a step up from being told I look like a cancer patient. I used to have a soul patch. I don't need a soul patch to look weird, though. Like, straight up. See, again, another one that, see? One lower. Come on. Couldn't give me one just 1 point higher? 1 point. Seriously? Yeah. I used to have facial hair because my face was so incredibly fat. I didn't like the way it looked. So, I could show you a video someday.
There are armored vehicles around
Actually, you know what? Let's have a good laugh. Just for a quick second before I finish this, let's have a good laugh. If you think my face is swollen now, man, you haven't seen shit. How do I do this? Do-do-do-do-do. Let's do this quickly. Like that, like that. My channel. Let me find it. Videos, sort by oldest. There we go. Let's have a good laugh. I'll show you why I used to have facial hair. And again, it's not because I gave a rat's ass what people thought. I could give a goddamn what people think. Oh yeah, I didn't think you were insulting me. I was just like, what the hell's a slime? I'm like 42 years old. I've never heard of somebody call me a slime. There we go. There we go. There's that soul patch right there. I told you I wasn't lying. You thought I was lying, didn't you? You all thought I was talking shit. This is me 10 years ago. It would help if I was looking at the... Check it out. There's that soul patch right there. That's at the time where I was starting to lose a bit more weight. And it was kind of like distracting from my round face. There it is. I look like a devil. You see that shit? You want to see me with a goatee? I got that too. 10 years ago, here's what I looked like.
I'm gonna be trying to.
Look at that right there. You know what I'm saying? So you saw me with the soul patch, and that's when I was really... I could see it in my chipmunk. Yeah, I knew you were thinking it. I knew you were thinking it. Get it out of your system.
Play Scarborough Fair.
You could just kind of see it up.
I actually just learned it earlier today.
You could just tell I'm heavier in the face. Right? Speaking of waffles, man, I used to inhale waffles back then. But if you think that was even my worst, you haven't seen shit. If you think that's swollen, oosh, you haven't seen nothing. Nah, I can't stand hair. I don't even have eyebrows, dude. I can't stand hair. It drives me up a wall. Like, it's just terrible. Terrible, terrible. Why is that in the way? But anyways, you could see the difference. Man, those are some old-ass videos. Yeah, so 11 years ago was a little bit slimmer. Then I gained the weight. Then I lost it again. I was going through different medications and stuff like that, too. Oh, this is a kind of a cool video, actually. I had a camera. This is to see how good my camera is at zooming in on the moon pretty quick. No tripod! No tripod, bitches. None. Straight the fucking zoom. Look at that shit, boy. Who can hold a camera that steady without a tripod? And no, that's right. I don't have a fucking tripod. Here's my hand. There's no fucking tripod. I'll tell you in a minute why I said that. Just straight fucking zoom. See that? Look at that, man. You can see the craters of the moon. Look at that. Look at that stability. I could have been a fucking sniper in Afghanistan. But that's not the point. It's not the quality. I had people on Facebook that were calling me out, saying there's nothing impressive about you being that stable if your camera's on a tripod. And I was all like, yeah, no, it ain't on a tripod, so I made that video. I don't even think I tagged it, to be honest with you. There she is. Yeah, I got 78 views. Did I even... Look at that, I didn't even video tag it. I'll have to tag it someday. Watch it go viral. 500,000 views. But, anyways, you kind of get the idea a little bit. Alright, let's read the chat. Terry, I'm stuck in the oven, mate. Yeah, I know. I told you. Absolutely. Last time, Tom was stuck under the bunk bed. And Terry had to get him out. Well, they could be trolling, but it's a different type of trolling. There's hateful trolling, and then there's just, like, silly, goofy trolling. Yeah, it's pretty cool, eh? Oh, yeah. Well, it's kind of hard to forget. No offense. Right? It's like the Three Stooges coming in, and I always know Tom usually is the guy that opens up. Everything's calm, and then somebody else comes in, usually Terry. And then all of a sudden, Tom is in a predicament that he needs help with. And it's always a random scenario. Well, I think troll has a negative connotation to it. When I call someone a troll, it's not an insult. Being goofy, silly, you know what I mean? Like it's... Yeah, it's... Who cares what the technical term is? But, yeah. Anyhow, I got distracted there, but you got the idea. Oh, so you saw me with that goatee, right? Do I have... You saw me with the goatee, right? Because let's be honest, I looked a lot more like a chipmunk. But take a look at that. Take a look at that and tell me that's not even something on a whole other level. This is the last picture I'll show you of me. So you saw me on YouTube with the goatee. That was, believe it or not, 5 years before that. I was barely 25 years old here. I'm now 42. That was me at 25 and I looked like a 50-year-old. Yeah, I still have earrings. I just generally haven't bothered putting them in. I have 2 earrings in each ear. So that's when I weighed about 320 pounds, and that wasn't even at my fattest. I went all the way up to 350, about 340, 344. I stopped counting after a while. Once I could no longer see my wee-wee, I just said, forget it. That's my weight. Can't see wee-wee. That was my weight. It was pretty terrible. So that was even earlier. That's when I had hair, I had eyebrows, I had a lot of fat. You know what I'm saying? This would have been around 2006-ish to 2008. Oh, thank you, Joe. Much appreciated. But anyways, I like to show, you know, how I've changed a lot, right? So I went through a bit of a fluctuation because of medication there for a while. But I'm at my lowest I've been in at least like two decades or so. But all in due time. Now I don't have a problem with being addicted to junk food. I have a problem with affording to eat super healthy foods constantly all the time. It took me almost 15 years to reprogram my body. 15 years to program my body psychologically to actually crave and enjoy healthy foods. But then I was lacking the funding. Would have done more, but oh, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. I had a guy that tipped me a couple dollars, and he's like, I feel bad. I said, for what? He goes, for only giving you a couple dollars. So I joked around, and I said, hey, nobody else in here is tipping. You know what I mean? You're the only one. They should feel bad. But I was joking around, right?
Somewhere. It would be hard to hide.
Anyhow, like I said, it's been almost an hour and a half, and before it gets pretty bad for my headache, because it has gotten noticeably worse.
You know what to do.
I'll finish this stream, or this mission, then the stream, and get some rest. And then hopefully I'll be back a little bit later, simply because I enjoy doing this so much that I'm willing to do it when I don't feel good. Ooh. Whoops. Hello, Aju. What the hell's with all the helicopters? All the big military helicopters. You know, shit's going down when you see a helicopter passing by your window and they're like holding on to tanks and shit. And I don't even live in the US. We're living rent-free in Philminator. Thank you, Phil. Oh, yeah, no problem, Aju. Tom, now that's... I said I was... Yeah, he's just messing around. It's one of those things, It's one of those things sometimes where... Oh, that's good. Sometimes it just takes a while to get to know a person. Especially when you don't see their body language, you don't see their facial expression, you don't see if they're laughing while they're talking. it can take a little bit of a time to get a feel for a person. There's a guy that comes in my stream who arguably would be considered the #1 most suspected troll that watches my streams, but he's actually not a troll at all. But if you don't know who he is and you haven't seen how he generally speaks, you would absolutely be like, why is this guy in the stream? It's just one of those things. The soul patch is giving him too much confidence. His name is Aju. I think he's from, are you from India, Aju? Yeah, I don't want any type of, racial stuff. Yeah, so I figured. Yeah, because that language is not Arabic. Unless I'm wrong. I mean, I did drop out of high school pretty early on. But to me, that looks nothing. Yeah, it's cool. It's, you know, I've talked about this before. We live in a world now where, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like we have to walk a little bit more on eggshells. Things get misconstrued or taken out of context. I think we've become more emboldened as a society. We're much more prickish. We're much more politically incorrect. But at the same time, we've also become more sensitive. So it's kind of been going in both directions. And that's been having a massive impact. I talked about this the other day. I made an Australian accent. No one has a problem with an Australian accent. I make a British accent. No one's got a problem with the British accent. But the moment I made an Asian accent, all of a sudden... Oh... Do you see what I'm saying? No, and that's why I said, yeah, it's... Oh no, it's not good. I was just trying to. But it's like I said, No, I can't. Not, especially not now. Sometimes I try to do an accent and it ends up sounding like something that's like not even an accent. I was just goofing around that one day. But it was just to say though, like, why can you do an Australian accent? But if you do an Asian one, now all of a sudden that's racist. You know what I mean? And to me, it's the context. When you're doing that accent, are you mocking the people? And if you're not, well then how is it racist? But if I say, Konnichiwa, yokoso, and I start talking Japanese, no one's going to bat an eye and say that I'm racist because I'm actually speaking Japanese. But if I speak English with a Japanese accent, all of a sudden I'm walking on thin ice. And that, to me, is kind of whacked. Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as saying attacked. It was just, you know. For the lack of a better term, it's not something I would have said, but I wouldn't go as far as saying that. Alright. But anyways, the reason why I might get more sensitive on YouTube than I would out on the street isn't because I'm a different person. It's because on YouTube, if they get an inkling that something is racial, you know, a slur, any type of hate speech, YouTube is incredibly hair trigger on pulling the plug on a channel that they think is having any type of that stuff. So that's why I call it out and I go, yeah, it'd be cool if we didn't do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, just remember, Philminator, these guys, they're just having fun. They're totally not Like I said, that the first couple times I saw them, I was like, you know, I wasn't sure what to make of them, and I think that's kind of the whole thing. It's, it had my head scratching. No, they do, for sure. Well, yeah, like I said, it's like I just admitted, it's not something I would say.
This is it. We'll follow your lead.
And that's why, you know, being half asleep, I looked at that and I was like, yeah, you know. It's just, yeah, it's just not something I would say. I think the thing is why are we bringing up the person's culture and their name? You could say who's this Donnie or who's this guy or whatever, but I don't really have a family,
Protecting the base, it seems.
Get rid of them.
so I don't know much about them. Yeah, sometimes that's kind of like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Man, this chat really got dark quick. Sometimes we live in a world where we say things that might be deemed inappropriate, but we didn't mean something inappropriate by it, if that makes any sense. Like the person didn't mean harm behind what they said, even though it could be perceived as such. And that's the problem, especially in these changing times. I'm being honest with you, man. If this was, I'm gonna be straight up with you right now, no bullshit. If this was 1994 right now, there are things I used to spew out left, right, and center that no one would have ever said to me, Phil, that was racist. Phil, that was homophobic. Phil, that was hateful. Phil, you need to apologize for that. I never, ever meant hate behind anything I've ever said 20, 25 years ago, back in the 80s and 90s. And you just become accustomed to saying certain things. Everybody ends up saying certain things. Then it feels like you wake up one day and half of what the fuck comes out of your mouth you're not allowed to say anymore. It's like, I get it, we're trying to do better. And that's why the cancel culture is kind of dangerous. Because people sometimes say things, but they don't mean harm by what they said, even though what they said could be considered harmful. Older generations sometimes need time to kind of catch up with the times, especially when it seems to happen overnight. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? I am absolutely trying to do better. That's why there's certain words I try not to use, you know? Because I am trying to keep up with the times, right? And if I slip and I say something I shouldn't have, what I'll say is, whoops, you know, I apologize for that, you know, like I shouldn't have said that. And that's it, right? That's all you can do. But we live in a world where a person slips and we're going to call out a person and cancel them because of one thing they've said a couple of times. And we're going to base their entire 40 or 50 year history on one word that they've said. And to me, that's ridiculous. That's the oversensitive nature of the world that we live in. It's, that in itself is toxic. And YouTube is like that. YouTube is very sensitive. You say the wrong thing, wow. You're done. Like, you're done.
Nice work, everyone. Secure the perimeter. Look out for any stragglers. Thank you, Avengers.
But yeah, anyways, my headache is starting to get pretty bad.
Fury.
Well, that's the thing, Stotts, that I wanna talk to you about. Well, not you, just you all. Sorry, my headache is getting pretty bad.
AIM will be back, but we'll be ready for them. I'm
But,
not sure how Taskmaster is involved in all this yet. He doesn't do anything
let's
for
see
free.
here.
I've got some digging to do.
There we go.
I'll be
50
in touch.
went up to 55.
Till then, job well done.
Phew. All right, let's go. Well, I mean, I'm done playing, but I'll touch base on what you just said a second ago. Select mission, select... Yes. Let's go back to the outpost. Alright, now I'm done with this game. Piss on it. It's giving me a headache. You can make a homophobic joke without being homophobic, you know? We're laughing, teasing each other, Family Guy, South Park, etc. Parodies of modern, often white America. So that's very true. Because you can say something that can be perceived as hateful, but if the person has no hate in their heart towards gay people, then they're not homophobic. But the comment they said could have been homophobic. To me, there's two levels of homophobia. You actually feel the hatred in your heart towards gay people, and the other one you make the odd, potentially considered insensitive joke. And that's the thing, like the whole F word. I used to use it before. Everybody used it. I knew gay people that I used to hang out with, and it wasn't even awkward to say that word, because in the context that I was saying it in, everything's about context. They could tell that even though I'm using the word, it wasn't meant to demean people that are gay. The word can be used for that, but based on the specific sentence structure that I used it in, it was not. Therefore, no one got offended. But now, like I said, it's pretty wild. But with YouTube, absolutely have to be careful, because if they perceive it as such, that it's hateful, your channel's gone. It's done. You know what I mean? But yeah. And that's the thing. Sometimes it's hard to tell what a person's intentions are behind what they say. Yeah. Yeah, like I would never say the N-word. Like, to me personally, there's just certain things you don't do. You know what I mean? Everybody's got a different stance on that, but for me, there's about 176,000 words in the English language. There's a few words I can do without using, you know, where I don't feel the need to use it. Yeah, it's just, like I said, it's just one of those things where, like in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely thought like they were up to something. They're just messing around. But then once it goes back and forth, if you know, that's what happens sometimes in the chat, even with just a couple of people. People can take things the wrong way when it wasn't meant to be ill-intended. And then it becomes, you know, where the people don't like each other. No, Joe doesn't hate you. Man, my head's gonna explode. Sorry, I'm kind of like, wow, you know. I'm having a hard time keeping up with the chat. It's actually hurting my eyes. But, and that's the thing that I'm still learning, you know. I'm still new to this, you know, to be honest with you. The changes in the world, what used to be acceptable to me one of the last times I went out and socialized with people. I haven't really had a lot of social interaction with people in person in nearly 2 decades, you know? So I can be a little bit socially awkward. And sometimes I'll say, I'm being honest, how many people admit this? There's times I could say something and people are, ooh. And I get the whole, bro, man, this is 2020. You can't say that. It's okay, well, fine. And, you know, because I'm trying to, like, keep up with what's okay, what's not okay. Because, like I said, my intentions have never been to offend people. Poke fun, have a good time. Of course, that's what it's always been about. One of my favorite comedians is probably a person, no offense, that nobody in this chat knows, and his name is Don Rickles. Sadly, he passed away a couple of years ago. He was like 90 years old. If you listened to a lot of the jokes that he said, you'd be like, wow, this guy would not pass today. And he actually kind of did. But because people knew him, knew his heart, knew his intentions, they knew he wasn't being hateful. He wasn't, you know what I mean? But, yeah, and like I said, to some extent, I get it. To some extent, I do get it. I'm not gonna lie. I get it. It's like I said, I think we've become too emboldened and become too brash as of late, and we're bang. But at the same time, we've become too soft as well. You know? Context to me is really important. Context is huge. Some people say it doesn't matter, but to me, it makes a difference. It changes the level. You know? But yeah. Anyhow. Thanks for stopping by. Like I said, my head is like ready to explode. I find like the more I talk, it's making my headache worse. So I'm gonna go drink some water and just relax. But yeah, no one hates you as you. Like I said, this is a bit of a weird chat, like I said. It kind of went in a few different directions there. And I had a hard time keeping up. I don't know if you ever get like that where you have a headache and when you try to read small print, it's like... You know what I mean? I have a hard time seeing what's going on. Well, it's like I've admitted to, like I said, I've admitted to Tom and Terry and Joe before. The first couple times I met them, I absolutely was like, you know, I didn't know where these guys were going, right? I've only been streaming for a couple months to kind of close off with this. And there's been an absolute incredible amount of people that have come in my streams and threatened me, tell me I should be killed, I should be burnt alive, my house should be burnt down, I look like a cancer patient, I look gay. Okay. I look happy? Right on. Just really nasty things, right? So, and it happens a lot. A lot. So, with all due respect, when those three started coming in, I was like, just waiting for... Even today, I had a guy come in that was actually really nasty with me. And I just banned him right away. It was one of those things where nothing hateful was being said. So that's why I didn't ban them. I just kind of, okay. Maybe they're just, you know, having a giggle. Oh, I'm stuck under the bed. Oh, I'll be there in a minute to get you. The bunk bed fell on, or whatever, right? And again, going back to my point of earlier, in another stream, someone was like, ban Tom right now. I was like, ban Tom for what? And then the person goes, because he's trolling. I said, you mean he's just being silly? There's nothing hateful about saying you're stuck under the bed, even if that wasn't actually happening. Right? So it was like, that's the whole hypersensitive thing. Yes, potentially the situation was bullshit, but there's nothing hateful about saying, I'm stuck under the bunk bed and my friend Terry's coming to help me out. There's no need for that. And then some of these people, they actually end up being the troll, because then they start harping that these people should be banned. So then they have their little rebuttal, and they'll be joking around. They'll be like, "Oh, you don't want to go there. You don't want to do that." And then the other guy, "What are you going to do about it?" Meanwhile, Joe, Tom, they're all having a laugh. They're like, "Wow, dude, we're seriously just kidding around." And some people just kind of took it too far. Anyways, I'm just saying, like I said, I'm having a hard time thinking right now, but I'm just giving you a little bit of history about them. I was just admitting that, yes, in the beginning I was like, but they never said that my house should burn down, you know, that kind of stuff. So I was like, wow, that's cool, because I'm not used to that. Right? I'm used to people threatening. Well, not. I make it sound like, what's with all the helicopters? But yeah. Not much, Kendrick. Thanks for stopping by. But I've been streaming for an hour and a half and my headache's getting pretty bad, so I am going to end the stream. No, I get it. I get it. Yeah, and I don't want to feel like I have to play referee either. And I'm just being honest, you know, there's times people say things and, you know, when do I block? When do I time out? When do I say don't say this? I don't want to sound like a referee, like a social justice warrior that's like, hey, don't say this, don't do that. But absolutely, if it crosses a line that I'm confident with feeling that that line has been crossed, oh, I'll absolutely call it out. Like Aju. I'm not going to repeat, you know, what he said, because I'm not here to, you know, embarrass him, and he apologized, but he was saying some stuff that that wasn't cool, and I told him multiple times, like, seriously, you need to cool it. And I looked right at him. I said, please stop right now, because you're going to get banned. I know you're not a bad person, but you need to calm down. And I told him straight up. Then he apologized, like, look, I honest to God didn't mean any harm by it. He came in today, he was cool. That's what I'm about. But I don't want to be known as the social justice warrior guy. Everybody says a little thing and I'm just like, the ban hammer comes down. But obviously, like I said, if it's obvious what's going on, they're out of here. Your head hurts too? Honestly, as a viewer, I don't know if there is a way to block another viewer. That isn't him in his photo. That isn't who in their photo, sorry. And with socialization, yeah, that's what I'll be doing when I get up. With socialization, too, it's a proven thing. The more people you have in a chat, you're just likely to just have two personalities collide. And you can't do anything about it other than maybe just have them ignore each other kind of thing. Because you definitely don't want to let a stream go on that's starting to get toxic and then your chat becomes known for bringing those things, you know? I missed something. That isn't him in his photo, which makes it even weirder. Drink lots of water. Go to sleep, Phil. You need to be 200% for the next stream. Yeah. I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm just saying in general. In general. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at, what Eliminator just said. Trolls do try to divide a chat, and it sets... Everybody's got a unique personality, is I think what I'm trying to get at. And sometimes people are a bit harder to read than others. We can read people the wrong way, like I did with Tom and all them the first couple times I met them. I was kind of anticipating to be like, when are they going to say that my house should burn down? Or, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm so used to that. I'm so used to people coming in, cracking a few silly, goofy jokes. Then their real colors show, you know? And they've never done that, so I was like, well, okay. So I just kind of, you know, whatever. Well, no, I wouldn't say he's a troll. Yeah, I just want people to get along, you know what I mean? It's, yeah, I just know that I want people to get along, and that I want to make a big deal out of. Life is so short, you know what I mean? It's, like I said, Tom said something that I said, you know, I'd appreciate not that being said because I wouldn't say it. He apologized. He didn't say it again. You know what I mean? And then we try to move on. Same thing happened with Aju. Aju got a little out of hand there yesterday. And like I said, I'm still new to this whole live stream thing and how to, you know, dictate everything, right? Like I'm not a good mediator, right? I'm still quite new to this, so it's hard sometimes to know what the right decision is. And almost every single situation has to be approached, you know, differently. Yeah, I kind of figured you all knew each other. But yeah. Anyhow, I'm gonna... Like I said, I did have fun now that I'm not playing the game and I'm not focusing so much. My headache is improving, but I do want a bit of a break, no offense, before I gotta go mow the lawn, take out the garbage, you know, all that kind of stuff. Thanks. But yeah, like I said, you know, we just all get along, and I don't know, like, for you guys that are in here, I don't know how that works, how you can block another person that you don't want to see. It should really be easy, to be honest with you, and I think that's something you can do on Twitch, but nobody wants to see me on Twitch. Barely anybody wants to see me on here. So, you know what I mean? I'm pushing 10,000 subs on YouTube. I can barely get 10 people in the stream. We can laugh about it. It's okay. I'm not a snowflake. I'm a big iceberg. It takes a lot to get me to melt. You see what I did there? That's called cringe comedy. Thank you, Terry. Much appreciated. So yeah, like I said, I did want to make a big deal out of that. I really do want people to get along, because it's nice, you know, sometimes you get some regulars that come in. No, I mean, for me it is, but like, let's say, I don't know, Tom doesn't want to see Joe, and what he says. Is there an option for Tom or anybody else to click on somebody else's name and just kind of mute them so they don't have to see what they're saying? I don't know how that works. I mean, I know that I can block people, obviously, but I don't know. Not if Tom can block someone from the chat, but block himself from seeing someone. Does that make sense? I think you can if you just block them if you go to their profile. Yeah, I know. It's because he legitimately thinks you guys are trolling, and like I said, I'm not picking sides. I did, you know. Like I said, I'm having a severe time thinking straight right now. Yeah, no. He's not that bad. I've watched Philminator. It's just you guys are having a tiff-taff, whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, and like I said, when something gets said that I don't think is cool, I address it and I move on, and that's what I try to do. It's not to throw it under the rug like it wasn't a big deal. It's just, you know, I'm kind of a forgiving person. There's a lot of people that have come in here, nasty people. Actually, I didn't tell you this. I know I keep just talking. I'm surprised there's still 2 people in here. Who the hell wants to just listen to me? I look like I'm doped up, half asleep. Yeah, well, I just know that this guy, I won't say his name because it doesn't matter. One of the nastiest people that's ever come in my chat. Kept going on and on and on. And I kept blocking him. He kept coming back. I'd block his account. He'd keep coming back. Well, you guys should definitely stop going at each other. I mean... No. Let's... Serenity now. Anyhow, this guy came in for like a good couple of weeks and he was just going off like crazy. Eventually he private messaged me, donated me a couple of dollars. And he's like, look man, you know, I'm sorry. And it seemed sincere because he hasn't said anything trollish since. And he private messaged me on Twitter. And he was like, honest to God. He goes, this entire time I was going at you is actually because I like you. And I go, I think you're funny. And I like how you've been handling trolls. I think some of your roasts are funny. And because nobody was trolling you, I wanted to troll you even though I didn't believe what I was saying to you because I just wanted to see your reaction. But do you see that? And that goes back to why a lot of people tell me I shouldn't engage with people that, like, are full-blown trolling. You know what I mean? What is going on? I don't know who these people are. Anyhow. Yeah, like I said, I just want to end off on a good foot with everyone. And then the other thing, too, in psychology... Kelpie G. Your avatar looks familiar. But sometimes I do have a little bit of a hard time. Sometimes people are trolling or being disrespectful, but the people legitimately don't think they are. That could be a thing too, like you just said, unintentionally. You were in one of my 2K2. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I think I remember. Like I said, I remember the. Hi, bro. Big fan. Hello, Abdul. How you doing? I don't. It sounds really asshole-like of me, but I don't do shoutouts. How I shout out is by calling each person's name. Usually, like, hey, Philminator, welcome to the stream, you know? Just like I did with you right now, right? I went, hey, Abdul, how's it going? Like, to me, that's the shout-out. Because I'm being serious. Now, people are going to think I'm trolling. I don't understand what a shout-out is supposed to be. Honest to God. I legitimately don't understand. Thank you, Abdul. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, right? I don't get it. Like, 'cause once in a while people come in, can I get a shout out? And I'm like, I'm a nobody. I barely got 2 digits in my stream. It's not like you're, you know what I mean, gonna get 1 million people flocking over to your YouTube channel. No, I don't have Sea of Thieves. I tried playing it a couple of times, and, it was a very rough experience. Very nasty. Did you play that game? I might play that. Maybe a little bit later tonight. There was a recent update. I did a couple of live streams on it. Nice. Yeah, I just didn't do well. I was playing solo and I was getting my ass kicked. In PvP a lot. Half the time I didn't even know where the shots were coming from. It just felt like I was in a little boat in the middle of the water. Not really doing much, so it kind of lost its appeal for me pretty quickly. Yeah, I figure. Now that would be a fun game when you're in like a party of 4 and you just go around ransacking everyone's ships. You can hear people screaming, "Why did you attack my ship?" And then you just scream back, "Why are you playing a multiplayer PvP game?" I can see you. Sorry. I have a headache. It's pretty bad. But I'm also not used to having this many people in my stream. Yeah, if I ever get the game, I don't have it. I tried like the demo or some trial or whatever. As long as you don't all player kill me and kick me off the boat. If that's even possible, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, I think mine runs out in a couple of days, or it might have been long expired. I don't remember. I'll have to check someday. I'm no captain, I can assure you that. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna head off so I can relax for a bit. Oh yeah, it can be for sure. I'm just being honest. Well, I mean, like I said, I said it for this game quite a few times. It'd be kind of cool. No problem. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Yeah, it could be cool to do that. I know some people wanted to play Call of Duty with me a couple times, and I was like, I don't want to sound like I'm antisocial, but I'm like, you really don't want to play Call of Duty with me. I'll just bring you down. Right, because of how terrible I am at the game. Like, I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? World of Warcraft's a little bit different. I'm a little bit better in that game, you know? Damn it, not the outfit I wanted. But yeah. Yeah, certain games, like I said, would be cool to... So what, we just didn't get anything for that? Anyhow. Yeah, I'm not that good at the game. I'm terrible.
Hopefully it holds up. Those fights don't seem to be getting any easier. It'll require some upkeep, but strength overall should improve.
Probably Thor or Hulk. I've only been playing a lot of Iron Man because when I go to do a mission, he's the weakest character on my team. So I've been forced to level him up, and it's been pretty slow since the new update. Who's your favorite? Oh, I don't... To be honest with you, it's been so long since I've paid attention to all, like, the whole Avenger thing, like, in terms of characters. I just really like Thanos, to be honest with you. When I saw the movie, I was like, that's the guy right there. With the gauntlet and all the gems. Like I said, I'm not well-versed in all that stuff. I don't pay too much attention to it. Captain Price, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go relax for a bit. Thanks for stopping by, and maybe I'll be around in a little bit if my headache gets better. And go from there. Alright, take care everyone.